Hey guys, I am wanting to do this video to share my reasoning why I decided to do weight loss surgery about actually I'm going on my third year now, and my decision on what took me there, what steps it took me to get to the state of mind that I needed to have weight loss surgery. So that's my neighbor right now. Not sure what's happening. That's my phone going off. I'm dealing with the hurricane issue right now. So anyways, so my reasoning on why I decided to do the weight loss surgery is I had a little healthcare scare to begin with. At my max, I was 356 pounds, and I hate scales. I get anxiety when I see them. I avoid them. I really have a hard time with it. So I had this healthcare scare. It's hard to say that. Healthcare scare where first of all, I've always been heavy my whole life. And I always had problems with my period. I couldn't have a period. To this day, I still have that problem. But it's beside the point. So for some reason, one year, I decided to have my period for a total of pretty much 6 months. It wasn't always heavy, but it was continuous, and it was starting to cause me a lot of cramping and a lot of pain. And I went to the emergency room a couple of times, and I had just had enough. And my primary care doctor at the time was like, let's do some lab work. Let's figure this out. Gotta find a solution. So came back, I had gotten diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. But because I went to the emergency room, my doctor at the physician had referred me to a gynecologist that was affiliated with the hospital. So this gynecologist comes into my room, and she addressed something that everybody was avoiding on addressing, and that was my weight. And she told me that I was basically fat. I mean, she flat out told me I was fat, and that was the reason why I was having so many gynecological problems, and that I needed to do something about it and get serious about it. She told me that if I didn't get serious, that I would have to eventually get a potential partial to a full hysterectomy, and that I would never have kids. And that scared me immediately. I'm like, you're not going to tell me when I can or cannot have kids? And that completely was a game changer for me. So she recommended me to a bariatric surgeon, and I was so emotional. I got extremely depressed. Depressed because I was told that I would possibly have to have a hysterectomy and not be able to have kids. That was very devastating for me as a woman to hear those things. And I just said I can't do that. I talked to my mom, and I told her about, should I really think about doing bariatric surgery? And she told me the worst thing that can tell you is that you don't qualify. You should at least go and try. So I scheduled my appointment. The surgeon was super nice, very compassionate, and understood my worries and concerns and needs, and we started the process. It was an overall 1 year having to manage my diet on a monthly basis. We monitored it. I was using FitnessPal, and I had to go through several tests. Had to see a clinical dietitian, had to see a psychologist. I was making monthly visits. I was on a restricted diet. I had to do exercise. I had to show progress that I was losing weight so that I would qualify for the surgery. So when it came down to discussing what surgery procedures I wanted to get done, I went with that I felt at the time the most reasonable for me, which I ended up having the gastric sleeve surgery on October 27th. And I almost didn't have the surgery because at the last minute I decided I didn't think I wanted to do this, but thankfully I had a very supportive partner at the time, and he really pushed me to just go ahead and do it. And so I had the gastric sleeve. The first year was very difficult. I had to change all my eating habits, all my eating behaviors, and the scariest part was the nutritional inconsistency of my vitamins, and I was losing my hair. I still, to this day, I feel I'm still a little bald in this area and a little bald on this side. But compared to what I used to look like, I'll share a picture right now of what that looked like. It was very scary. My hair was very, very thin. I felt like I was gonna go bald, and I would cry thinking that I was gonna lose my hair. Did I make the right decision? Do I need to, I can't go back. The surgery was done. I couldn't go back. So my first year was probably the greatest weight loss that I had. And the lowest I got was about 190, 185. Like I said, I don't like scales. But that was the lowest weight I had gotten post-surgery. So I had lost over 150 pounds in this 3-year span. And that was incredible. So anyways, here I am going on my 3rd year, and I am officially starting my liquid diet again, because come September 26th, I will have a gastric bypass surgery. So after all this time that I had the sleeve, I ended up having a hiatal hernia, and it was causing me to not be able to eat anything. Everything I would eat, I would throw up. And so it's a big risk and potential for me to get esophageal cancer or some kind of cancer. And I just, best alternative for me was to have the bypass, so we can correct it. And it could also help me move forward on losing the rest of the weight that I need to lose. So today's my first day officially on the liquid diet, and I wanted to record my history with weight loss surgery, and also start providing some tips and share my story of the next step, which is now a revision that I'm having done. So I hope that you guys send me some questions that you'd like to get answers for, and I'll hope to have you join my journey this time. Previous journey, I was very, very anti. I don't want to share my weight loss surgery. That was so personal for me to not share, but I realized that I wasn't the only one struggling with a lot of the things that I was going through. So that was my answer. So I hope to have you guys join me. I would really love the support and the questions. So please make sure to comment below, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.